Ride or drive with Shaxi. Download the Shaxi ride-hailing app and sign up as a driver or rider. Get Shaxi today from the Google Play and Apple App Store today.
Friday feeling right here on Showbiz Daily, live on Sammy Flex TV. The soldiers are seated. 4-man squad for us to do it. One prodigal son has entered, and definitely when he enters like this, you know, he comes with some strange energy. The agenda that he started setting has fallen flat. The agenda has fallen flat. We are all waiting for Roland's letter. And on the day Roland's letter will come, I'll make sure this...
the defense will come.
This fighter of the urban gospel agenda man will be here. Because in some portions of the letter, Roland gave them a knockout. And they fell. Put up. J Smart is in the building. JJ.
Yes,
urban gospel agenda and the Roland are button zoom.
David. Well, say the letter in Yambai.
And forget about the letter. Say we all know what you have been pushing for them.
Yeah.
After you started pushing, we were all expecting to see some energy around. But still, we are not seeing the energy from even the people you were pushing for.
You should be expecting it. And so I think
you should be expecting it when?
You should still be expecting more works. Well,
when?
I wouldn't give a date now, but you should be on the lookout. You should be on the lookout. We are also cooking few stuff and then working around the clock to equally bring few stuff out. And this time around, it's not going to be just smart, but a very strong frontliners who are ready to toe this particular line. And then
so people are now building a strong
not that we are not building.
Because it's not there. You are now building. If there is not there, don't force there to be there.
Have you heard of J Smoke?
Yeah, I've heard J Smoke before. Some fair guy like that.
No, J Smoke is that guy, actually. Yeah.
Was there another?
You know J Smoke, right?
No.
You don't know J Smoke.
Was there another J Smoke guy who was fair? Was there another Smoke guy who was fair? Or he was a presenter?
He was a presenter. So J Smoke is equally a presenter. I think those days when GH1 was Shatta House, yeah.
But he wasn't a fair guy.
No, he's not a fair guy. He's not a fair guy. He's that guy, and he's one of the individuals who advocate for urban gospel. We have the likes of Vincent Bax, J Smart, myself, and we have more individuals. And so I am saying that.
So you've gone for reinforcement.
Yeah, the reinforcement is there already.
Well, no problem. We are still waiting to see how they are able to survive this. Even unfortunately, at the time that they seem to be getting the recognition in the TGMAs, that is when I'm not even feeling the energy around them cry. No, but the other day, I keep quiet. The other day, I advised you that I'm scared that if you guys come and follow awards, your main calling, you guys will put it down. I'm sorry, and that is what has started. But it's okay. Today we are not talking about urban gospel awards.
That's fine.
What we are really talking about is the death of Mauli Semevo, who is a veteran actor, a stage play person, and unfortunately his death is one sad one, in the sense that reports came of a fire outbreak in his house where he suffered some burns. In fact, those who know about burns described it as severe burns. They even started soliciting for funds to help him go through the burns treatment. But unfortunately, I'm sure he couldn't meet it. He was old, so all these things will be part of what will make him die. We woke up yesterday, we got information that he passed on. May his soul rest in perfect peace. But after that, there's a conversation happening, and that is where I want us to tap in. A conversation started around the people who started soliciting for public funds for him. There was an association, something for burns, save people with burns, like association like that.
No, an NGO rather.
Okay, NGO. Yeah. It was an NGO who almost were always making sure that people who had bands and were not having enough money, they would go out to get money to save them. Unfortunately, they could not even present the money to, I'm sure they started because their numbers were out. So even if they got something, it could not achieve the aims that Beyond Bands. Thank you, that's their name, Beyond Bands. NGO Beyond Bands. And the man died. Now, out of that, an angle of a conversation on NIT FM caught my attention, and I want to bring it here for discussions as well, where Ziga is one controversial person on some of these entertainment show discussion platforms. He said to him, one bad thing we will do as an industry is to be out there soliciting for funds for creative people who are aged, or creative people who are in need. Listen to this. According to Ziga, he's saying that it is wrong for anybody to go out there and solicit for funds for someone who has been popular in the creative field, or someone who is sick, or someone who is old. He thinks it is a wrong thing to do, and that if you have to do it in poor, it should be Nicodemus Muslim. Not to be shout for the next person to hear. That is what Ziga seems to be saying. Well, because we are still talking about the death of the gentleman, we'll use this angle to see if we can make sense out of the senselessness. Let me say thanks to the studio panel members. Roland Amate is here. You've already heard from J Smart, and in Team Dode Solomon, Chamo is also here. For a Friday feeling, we take it calm, slow, and after that, the party begins. Let's watch a video. Credit to NIT FM, Ola Michael's NIT Entertainment Show, and after we start talking. Watch it at back.
30 people every month, be 3 months, be no more biska. Jamaica, 3 months, be more biska. So what I'm saying that the Mawule Samebo didn't reggae a bear, or ye renowned actor. Nimiane Adna Matati. I don't know a year of that organization. Until Adna Matati to me, young from pennyphobia or Bako secrets. This is what has happened to my brother. Rather than say the piano, Yabeba Pontina, Yabe blow the whole name, who says Sammy previous door, or I hear me see a buano. Near Baba Casa, then they to take a shine be from your friend say, Dipano. That is my worry. It takes something out of it. Beba, it's a Maule.
My some clues. The Quebec me in place of what is happening. What could we have done?
And they say, medical catcher. They say, Obi is my Madam Edna Matata. And I saw Bia or Kahubia or that organization. A bit me and silently. Bia, oh, young President Mahama or young oh, young minister, oh, young creative minister said, Charlie, say now to papa, say this, Muntumway. It won't call for Biana, Jamaican watch I say. A big one also will be love for your pa. One will be love for your penas, and I say, let's say, steady be a sometimes I know how. So, come here, one, and how.
It's a some Babon and Camunia on the price.
Yeah, because
it is say, Ubia issue be on the quiet or come out.
Yeah, I just saw come out of America. That's so much. Hey, your father say, your papa, despite. You've been helping a lot of people. What would you pay effect back door banner and go over here and catch them? Oh, his situation or wow. Over a Kwabena has been doing the same thing. You understand? There are some people Obudidi, a they come to them. You know, this is soon blow manama bonting. Oh, well, cranny situation here. Obia washes a big one only be that. So the bitchy. But sad you fiashe, I'm on room washes. Oh, yamwa, and no crumple there. A bus and Roma say nana, and have me papa say. So, Bia, what's a why you say, no watch them 7 previous hour yare with Jessica for pressing. Oh, the bitchy. Nah, yeah, Yabatua Bonti, papa, yeah. And the man who come and go for dinner time. Papa, when I know on a movie, I see the okay. And you be brave, what case you come be brave, what shows be brave, what boy says he can when now be a started a bunu home contact. That's what I hate it because you celebrate you. It's a basanwa. It taking something out of. Omo ye celebrating nanti se bibi basanwa. Kwaku, you bet me off back to challenge. Let us sit down. Mommy and your bibi for my papa because. You did back to want to say Ghana from one. You be a bit of Yabwa. omo bua no omo ana and na me say ye de beto abonten sa wan de debate opa sisi abiebie ne ye de abeto abonten no yem can say nipa etie entertainment and I say nipa etie radio in this country is about 15 million. No, 15 million, you 6 million empty. Yes, so many bit yabwa. There's some people they be a sanko for one a boy. So it's better we go to them. It is better we go to them. What do we say? Ayibewu. Papa Ibe Samamata few. Titi Obewu. Seven previous. Ebeka be say yabe you should be them for money. Now go for respecting. Oh, na utie radio. Matia radio programs a lot of the radio programs are matina so. Ebi for line ko for papa de munya no life ba no e na ayi we onya sika no odi nanum ebi kura so de fama ebi kura so ye se ye ku nanim ase. Eti next time kwa no bo se wo be hwe movie bi na watal movie no so na se ya ye ni sika ni kura no oh yes. Minim how to use the minim weather. Lack of adjective.
Mama word no. Anita Ajiman.
Understand me. What I'm saying is Kwaku. And Kofo Ebia no munim nipa na ye kana sem.
Okay.
Ye kama ule semevo. And Kofo nim na harvest at 17. Onu ni aba na you. Kwaku. Sometime 1992 91 mono. Yes, I'm not talking about the Sikano. I'm talking about say ye funny say. And I stood a legend. Eti say ye lower the legendary status no say say be sresre the whole Ghana moa me na ha me dan say ye betimi find a way to get the same money ama say nipa.
So the number of the other two is 0538 40 80 20 0538 40 80 20 0538 40 80 20. Idea that's a comfort bawa sam. Comfort bawa sam. Ebacho kitwebi abenyade abobiano. Obeye insure.
Well, let me go straight to J Smart once again. Jay.
Yes, sir.
What do you think about Ziga's suggestion or idea?
Mr. Ba, a special greetings to all
It's
our
okay, greeted them already. It's
all
okay,
our
okay.
viewers. Before I proceed, I spent my 8 days away from Accra.
Yeah.
I think somewhere last 2 weeks.
Which village was that?
Jinjinase.
Jinjinase.
Yeah, Jinjinase.
Ashanti region?
Asante Achim. Yeah, so that is still
Ashanti region.
Yeah, Ashanti
Okay.
region. Yeah. For the burial service of our very good friend and industry person, artist to be precise, Kwesi Swat. Jinjinase is a very beautiful.
And this is favorite artist.
Well.
Kwesi Swat.
Yeah.
Kwesi answer.
Yes.
His mother died, not him.
The way he described it,
Yeah, but yes, he said the burial and the final burial of Kwesi Swat, and
I didn't. I didn't learn.
By
the way that
you were going in
to
give the punchline.
Akwesi biaka mikufia kudi mi mami.
Before
Na
he said,
okwese ne mpaboa ne sauce.
Yeah. So Jinjinase is a very sizable town, and of course, it's a very nice town to live in. One thing that really caught my attention was the fact that we got there, and the name Kwesi Swat, you get to know that yes, of course,
He was big.
Yeah, the Swat is very big.
Were you expecting something different?
I think not entirely different, but not to
the level you saw.
The level.
Oh, but I would not be surprised if I go to such a
yeah.
town and Kwesi Swat is a household name there. Kwesi Swat had a big song, though.
Yeah. That
During his time with Guru, he had a big song, and you see those places,
Yeah.
they know you.
Yeah.
So definitely you'll be known unless you don't go there at all.
Yeah.
But if you are someone
you
who
see-
frequents the place,
But you see, very interestingly, most of his songs that are loud there, his songs that the people know there, are the songs that even here we are not familiar with.
yes. So you see what you are saying. Then it is making me feel like then Kwesi Swat is not a smart guy, because if Kwesi Swat is a smart guy, like the way Fancy Gadam, Makasio and Co. They are winning from that side.
Yeah.
If what you are saying is indeed what it is, he should start killing us from that side.
I think I agree with that.
Yes.
Which I believe these are conversations we have.
So you'll be here and you see a show, be a nipa hey, question what show?
Yeah.
You understand? Because you are here in Accra and
these are conversations we have had, and so I believe going forward, these are some of the things.
yeah, because we accept our condolences and we wish you well. Some of us couldn't make it, we know, but we are with you. NDC will also support you, so no shaking.
And on the tangent that some of you couldn't make it, I think one of the things that really fell very short that I felt didn't really sit well was the fact that the industry people were entirely missing. Yeah, they were missing from his likes. You know, Kwesi, of course, has written songs for few artists, has worked with a lot of artists, and we know he has he goes way back with
let me ask you something.
I'm following.
Did he want them to come?
This question, I don't know how to
No. Because personally, I have my mindset about that. One day, if I'm supposed to go and do any burial of my whereabouts, I'm not coming to announce it to anybody. And they say, no.
No,
Here, these people. Charlie, what be your time, Yanko? That's what I'm saying. What be your time, Yanko?
but you see,
me, I don't enjoy that thing where you and people don't have any linkage because you're a musician, so you think your mother that everybody should come.
You see, Mr. Ba, I would want us to look at this conversation from this angle.
It's not a topic. You are wasting time with
yes,
it. Let's go.
No, I'll proceed, but let's look at it from this angle. Let's say those that work in the corporate entity, the corporate organizations, right? The banks. You get one of them. Let's say you have one of them. Their mother passes away. You see, these guys are able
Charlie.
to make
You are in the office with them. What do you expect?
Did you see a press gift his mother's funeral, Agaga?
Yeah, I saw it.
You saw it?
Yeah. What do you mean to say?
Were they not industry representation?
You see, and this happened in Accra. You see, we should not limit distance to when.
Are you
No. You see, no.
all the
Listen,
other
listen,
factors
listen,
aside the
listen,
person coming?
Listen. What I am saying for short is that we are in an industry where our people every time want to call for support.
Do you know that
these individuals calls for support more than
you know
anyone
when
else.
Dalate got married?
Do you understand?
He got married in Aflao.
Yeah.
You know how many industry people went to Aflao?
Well, so I don't know how Danlate took it, but I am speaking from the perspective of Kwesi Swat.
Okay, yeah,
and that is not to condone that.
Kwesi Swat is not happy about the way industry people.
Personally, I am not
You
happy.
are not happy for him.
Oh, personally.
So we are sorry for him.
Personally, I am equally
On
not
behalf of the whole industry.
Okay, so you are pushing that the industry people should do better when
we
it
should
comes
do better when it comes to
supporting-
these things. Yes, when it comes to
yeah,
because I know usually
Fine.
we are calling for
It's fair,
support and all of that.
comment to make.
How many funerals has Kwesi himself attended of other people's
Mr. Ba,
parents?
I think I am only stating my observations.
Yeah,
Things
is what I'm
But
asking.
there are other factors that you are ignoring.
You are
So
ignoring. And
that's the thing. It's fair that you call that people should support when
Yeah.
there's something like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Of course.
there are other factors that you have to also notice.
Consider.
Yes,
Which
consider.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
The young
But largely going forward, I think as an industry we can do better. That
Yes,
is all.
yes.
That I
Yeah.
well, and then to the substantive issue.
Yes, the logo.
So of course, I mean, for me, a typical Votarian who really idolizes Mauli. Yes, I'm a Noveve.
Who really idolize what?
Idolizes
The man, Mao.
Mau.
Okay.
Right. The news struck me as the news struck me as a very sad one, especially looking at the manner in which he had to die. I mean, one way or the other, we will eventually die. But usually, sometimes if you look at the means, the ways by which it happens, that is where it becomes a bit worrisome and all of that. And so for me, particularly, I am very, very sad about the entire situation. This is an accident and it can happen to anyone at all. And so for me, I think the news largely did not sit well with me. And so my deepest condolences, I think, to himself, kids, and then the family. You know, Mawuli happens to be one of the individuals that largely played their roles very well. They really did their bit or their best as actors, stage performers, and all of that in the industry. He was a very good actor and an excellent stage performer. Right. And so for me, it is rather unfair that we could not celebrate him much enough until this particular moment. We have people like this that work behind the scenes and are relatively good. They are really, really good when it comes to what they do, right? But we sometimes fail to recognize them when we are looking for achievers and all of that, until some of these unfortunate incidents before we get to even give them that platform, or before we get to even talk about them. And so maybe going forward, we need to do better. He is a living legend. For the fact that, should you look at the fact that he is a very educated man who was very proficient in the English language, but almost declined any Nigerian role, any Nigerian affiliation when it came a time where people were crossing borders to be in the Nigerian market. He decided to still advocate for the proficiency of Ghanaian movie making and all of that, even when the industry was still lagging behind and all of that. That alone is a very remarkable achievement that we need to commend him on. But you see, now going to the issues involving this particular matter, especially to the video of, is the name Ziga or
Ziga.
You see, had it not been the fact that this particular issue is talking about Mawuli, an actor I respect so much, I wouldn't have even comment on this issue at all, because for me, I feel this is a very senseless call ever that had come up.
What makes it a senseless call?
Which, of course, I will explain. Maybe you should just calm down. But the entire call,
let's know what makes it senseless before we forget.
So Ziga is saying that it is wrong to go out there soliciting for funds for our celebrities,
creative people,
creatives, in terms of their needs and all of that. Then I ask myself, when we say need, what exactly even is a need? When you do not have anywhere to turn to, you don't have anyone to call upon, and those are the circumstances, those are the situations where we'll be like, okay, this person is really in need. And you are saying that when you are in need, Mr. Bauna akeni, yes, and you are advising that instead of publicly soliciting for funds for these individuals, we should rather go back doors and then speak to a certain he mentioned name, a certain despite, or go speak to the president that so and so creative has found themselves in a situation, and so
they need assistance.
We need money to cater for them, which of course is senseless. It doesn't make sense. This is why it does not make sense. Now, when it comes to putting, he emphasized that the entertainers themselves could come forward and then solicit for funds or possibly make contributions to get that. But you see, largely when it comes to these issues, the monetary involvement, the demands in this, it's not the 100 cedis the 1,000 cedis and the 2,000 cedis. So
they are all huge money.
They are all huge sums of money.
Even Kofi TV is at the moment going through it as
yes.
well.
And some even demands you even being taken outside the country.
Yeah.
And these come at a huge cost. For instance, should you find yourself in such situation and you must be flown outside the country, you are not going alone. You need to go with people that will cater for you and all of that. And these are huge sums of money. And the individuals he is mentioned that they should go back door and they speak to them, they can do to certain extent.
Of course.
Then again, should you go to a certain Kwame Despite and then ask that, okay, maybe we need support for so and so person because he's going through challenges and then we need support for them. Maybe you are seeing the person that he looks very fine, he looks very comfortable. But you see, these people, to their money or their budget, their money is usually on budget.
Okay.
It is not as though the money is seated there and then they
they spend on purpose.
They spend on purpose.
Yeah.
And for instance, should I be Despite and then you come to me to, you see, I would first of all review the situation and then look at if it even fits into my purpose, even if it is something I will do.
Yeah.
They would have to look at all these things. And so in what capacity are you saying that we should ignore the public? Now, we have seen the likes of Moesha Budon, where they have to solicit for funds for Moesha Budon.
Yeah.
Now, you see, when it comes to some of these things, he mentioned that they should go to the entertainers themselves within their cohort so that they contribute monies for these individuals. But you see, sometimes it is even the entertainers that even puts the informations out. It is the entertainers that even create the platforms that usually are used to solicit for the funds and all of that. We saw the likes of Beverly Afaglu. Yes, he went to similar. She said Gloria Safo had to create that soliciting for the funds in her name, which she didn't object because they reached out to her. So are you saying that Gloria Safo, who thinks that, okay, my friend needs help and that I want to support, presuming she had the money seated there, she will ignore and then come and create a link, GoFundMe link that people should donate? No, it is not as though these individuals have it. And you see, when it comes to these issues too, when you put it out there, for instance, this is a public person, this is an actor who has a lot of fan base. And you see, little do we even know that most of these fan bases, most of them are also very, very well to do. They also have money. And so once the news is out there, please, so you see, so once the news is out there and then the person gets to see it, oh, okay, so no, this is my actor and this, no.
How
okay,
the person see it out there?
Is it?
How the person see it out there?
So once the news is out that so and so it's not feeling well, and then they put the news across. Lately, what they do is that they create GoFundMe links soliciting for funds and all of that. Definitely, these are things we put across. For instance, you just mentioned Kofi Aduma's own. And this link, of course, I've seen a lot of public figures, a lot of industry people share it across and all of that. Definitely. So I would say that the industry people that are sharing this do not know that it must not go out there. But the thing is that the kind of money they are looking for, it's not the money that when they themselves come together will be able to get. And so it is only fair that since the person is a public person, they put this out there and they solicit for funds to be able to, mind you, once and in most cases, every time they solicit for the funds and they make it publicly, they are able to achieve it.
So you will not say it is bad. You would rather endorse it.
But if I sit and then be like it is bad, and I sit without me communicating to anyone, and at the end of the day, I am
communicate to anyone how? I don't get it.
Putting it out there.
Somebody is sick and you don't put it.
You don't put it out there.
Meanwhile, you cannot help.
You cannot help the person. Then how then are you? For instance, you see, it is even it is even silly, first of all, to say that go to the president to go and beg for money. So you think the work of the president is to sit at the Flagstaff House,
waiting for people to come,
and then write checks for them, dash them money, go to the hospital and all. No, that's not his work. And so to even think of that at the first place, it's a very shallow way of thinking. What we should rather be calling for is that they should put systems in place, policies in place that will enable these individuals to be able to, at least when it comes to such emergencies, they can assess them and be able to help cause. These are the kind of conversation we should be pushing. But if you are saying that go back door, which one is go back door? Which sense is in going back door? Now, you see, so we should be calling for some of these policies. Now, there is a survey by the Senate, and it is saying that, so according to the Social Security and National Insurance Trust, which is in 2023, they came out that it is only 0.85% out of the 6.7 million Ghanaian workers in the informal sector are covered by the scheme. So what it means is that we should rather be championing how, because the informal sector, the entertainers, actors, influencers, also they are part of the informal sectors. And so once you don't have any company paying SNIT for you, you should know how to individually be paying your own SNIT to be able to assess them when it comes to some of these future occurrences. These are the things that will help us. But if you tell us that no, we should rather be going to the president and then be telling president that President Roland Amate Yarinti money 50,000. No, and you tell me this man is speaking sense.
Well, okay. Point well made, though. Point well made. At least he brought a solution at the end of the long submission. Yes. Chama will take over from there.
Yeah, but I didn't get him. I want to know whether he gave a reason why they should.
It says it doesn't utter well for the industry. It doesn't.
He said it degrades their legendary status.
Yes.
That is his reason.
So they are going to chop the legendary status. Right? I think.
So was it they are going to chop the legendary status?
Is that what they are going to eat? Their legendary status. Are they going to eat it? Yeah. For me, yeah, I agree with this man.
It says it is the public in public is embarrassing and reduces their relevance.
Come on. This is what some people will call he needs to be proud. I think that's the idea that he has. I mean, generally, we have seen some prominent people getting to the stage that they need help that they are not even asking for. When you see them, you think that, oh, the situation is bad, let's do something for them. It's there. I've said this before, that you don't just look at people and say that you want to help them. It's not in a good
It takes a lot.
way for me. I mean, you should rather be helping people who ask for help. That's my principle.
Yeah.
Your mantra.
Yes, for this guy, I mean, he got an accident. Before the accident, he was not soliciting for any fund. He was not begging anybody for anything. So for you to use him to even make this point, it will not make sense to me. I mean, I totally disagree with even using this Mauli situation to even make this point. There's no need for that. This is an accident situation here. And you don't plan for some of these things. It can happen to anybody. And when it happens to you, you may be lucky to have people who may be well to do something to help you. If you don't have that and you have the fame, you have the legendary status as he's talking about, you have to use it to solicit for funds so that you can take care of yourself. Because his situation is not like he was even struggling to eat. And we are begging people for money so that he can eat. No. He got an accident. And he will need a lot of money to take care of some of his bills.
All right.
So why are you going to stand on that and say that we have to be begging behind the scenes, or we have to be secret about it? We don't have to put it out because it will disgrace who? The public. the actors or what?
It will disgrace the industry more or less.
So who is the industry anyway? Who is it going
Those
to
who are in
disgrace?
it.
Those who have made it a living good, it will disgrace them. Like, is there any sense in what he's saying? If I have to, go raw like that, it will disgrace the industry. How? Shatta Wale has a mansion. He is living his good, like the best that he can live. So if another artist or musician is begging for fans, it will disgrace Shatta Wale. How? I don't get it. This disgrace thing, I really want to go, like, I really want to know what he means by it will disgrace the industry. Because I don't know anybody called industry. Or the people in it are the ones that it is going to disgrace.
That's what he means.
It will disgrace the people who have made it.
Me and you and everybody.
Who are having a good life. Or what? Like, that's where the thing is. You see, when you generalize it, it will sound like he's saying something
sensible.
But when you go deeper, then you know that no, there's no sense in this. When you say it will disgrace the industry, yeah, it's true. But who is the industry? There are individuals in there who have made it, who are living their best life. So you can mention Sarkodie. He's okay. Like we or say it's a Titi Berry publishing. We have seen Shatta Wale. We know about Stoneboy. We can also say something about Sammy and others. Scott Evans. Give me more names. They are living Jumbo. They are living their best life.
Yeah. The names, enough of the names.
The smile says Elijah the worshiper. Let me add that one. So we have individuals who are having a good time, we can see that they are not struggling to leave this world. So if you say it will disgrace the industry, what are you talking about? It sounds nice when you generalize it like that. But sometimes you have to go in there and see whether this will make sense or not. What he's saying, there's no sense in it. The reason is that if you have made it in this industry and you are living your best life, somebody begging for food will have nothing to do with them. Those who are living their best lives. And those who are begging, when you go deeper, there are more to it than just is because of the industry. So anybody outside, anybody looking at the industry and the people in it, saying that, oh, why are you people always begging for money? Obviously, they don't know what is happening. So it's either they are ignorant of the whole industry dealings, or they are not ready to think. Because you have to ask, okay, what happened? How is this person at this point begging for money or whatever? So if you are not asking all those questions, but you can generalize it and say that the industry, you are disgracing the industry because you are begging for money. Obviously, it's either you are not thinking or we don't have anything better to say. So for me, there's no need for him to even use Mauli's case, because this guy got an accident.
Benz. And that's a different level of accident.
Yes.
Benz is a different level of accident.
It's even apart from the physical deformity that people see. Like psychologically, it will damage you if you are not strong. If you don't
get the scars to live on you.
If you don't get people to talk to and do other stuff, it's a different thing. So for him to use that thing to even make this suggestion, it's wrong. I totally disagree with him. And again, it will not disgrace anybody in the industry. If you are doing well, you are doing well. Take good care of yourself. Make sure that you do something for yourself, so that you will not get to a point that we have to beg for money for you to eat. If it is an accident, it's not part of disgracing anybody. Because accident can happen anytime. Even the people that he's mentioning, the Kwabena cases, the Kesby, the Despite and Co. If they get accident, it will be a different thing altogether. Based on the kind of accident that they will get. And how much they have accumulated to even save themselves. How much more about them saving others who will get accident or something similar like that they have to help. So for me, I think there's no point here. He should come again. And this one, I totally disagree.
Do you love arts? Look no further. Tetekwarshi Art Market is your ultimate destination for the finest handicrafts made in Ghana. From unique designs to authentic Ghanaian artistry, we bring you the best of local craftsmanship. Find us at Tetekwarshi Interchange, along George Bush Highway, adjacent to Evergreen Palms and the Talo office. Need more details? Call us today at 0244631771 or 0553209514. Come, explore, and take home a piece of Ghana's creative heritage. Tetekwarshi Art Market. Experience art. Celebrate culture.
Well, let me go on to Roland Amate. Let me get his opinion on this. Ro, Ziga thinks no need to go solicit for funds out there. No, we are not insulting.
We are not insulting.
We are spitting facts. We are spilling facts.
For me, the guy's assertion here, it is some way. Like Shemon said, generally, if you try to generalize it, you feel okay, we need to give it a listening ear. But when you enter into it and you would want to find the details in it, then you will know that it is not in your place to determine how somebody would want to seek for help.
Okay.
It is not in Ziga's place. So you see, I understand where he's coming from. Because there are some people who have been helped. There are some people that people have solicited for funds for them, and they later came out to come at those people who championed that particular cause. So from that angle, I understand where he's coming from. But in cases where the people involved consent to whatever process that is being done on their behalf, you cannot say it is a disgrace.
Never.
In situations where the people have approved that I want this to go out, you can't say it is a disgrace or it is bad.
Yeah.
And again, the other factors that he is talking about, okay, let's go to Asumesi, let's go to Obentin, Nicodemus, behind closed doors and stuff. Let's go to Sammy Flex. Coming to Sammy Flex, you have no idea. Say be a Sammy Flex to your school fees and 20,000 or 25,000.
And they only...
So he's looking forward to recover. He's in recovery mood. Then you bring this. If he's not able to meet that demand, Ochina, you will be the same person sitting on another medium. Oh, yeah, Asumesi or cry with fee. And even if the Asumesi gives an amount of money, and it is not even up to what you imagine, it will still be something, a different conversation onto his name. And let's also not put it in the back of our mind, say, people who follow entertainers, people who patronize entertainers, all of them are poor. Yes. Yes. Is Ibrahim Mahama part of the entertainment industry? No. But do you know the number of people, both in the entertainment industry and even outside, that this man has helped? There are some that even just popped up on the internet.
Yeah.
Oh, this person needs this. And the next minute, Ibrahim Mahama has donated this.
It will be sorted.
You understand? And also, let's also not put it at the back of our minds that everybody that comes soliciting for funds, live a certain lifestyle or has failed in the industry. This is a typical example of an accident. Just like Kofi Adoma's own. If you are talking about one of the most successful and rich broadcasters or media people we have in this country, Kofi Adoma is one of them. It's one of them. Yet, due to accident, Magdahem has now opened a link to solicit for funds for him. You understand? So sometimes let's be picky in how we choose some of these conversations. Else, it will sound as if we don't even know what we are talking about. And that is how my brothers are seeing him. Because he has abandoned all the factors surrounding this conversation to say, let's do it this way. Meanwhile, the other things that may come to what you are thinking, you are not considering. You are using the all things being equal effect, which in reality doesn't happen that way. There is no situation like all things being equal.
This might on this I know what some woman in cardboard.
I'll come there for you.
Let me wrap up. So you see, in reality, there is nothing like all things being equal. It is even one of the reasons why some people would put pressure on other entertainers when some of these things happen. Because Ochina, where they need the Ebeba, these people would want to go Sammy Flex tomorrow next, if another person comes and Chemo Jesmate, you are not able to go and help. Wahala. Yes. They will come for your neck. Oh, I don't know. A typical example is what Jesma said. After Moko press gift to the you get the whole scenario.
Okay.
So it's a very complex conversation. It is not one that you can say simple like that. If my own is that if the person consents to it, if the person approves, there is no shame. Besides, you are looking at the people in the industry. The person may also be looking at the numerous of fans who follow. Who may also come and even come in excess. And even one person, Nana Kobo or baby, some chief one who be or baby, or say, oh, this person, I love the person from afar. I want to take charge. Yeah. Ibrahim Muhammad donated to Kofi Abdullah the first time the news came out.
And still, he's not fine.
Exactly. So it is not one that you say, oh, let's go behind the scenes. If the person says let's go behind the scenes, fine. Because there are some people who don't want some of their things to be blown out of proportion. You are saying, if you have a funeral, you not, even if you tell somebody, I'm not telling you to compulsory come and support.
Yes.
You understand? If I need support, if I need support, I will tell you. Or I will call for it. And that is how it should be respected. But if the person consents to it, why not? Then let Titi consented to most of these things being done for him. You understand? But in no conversation with him. So, alright, Ziga. Some of these conversations here, I believe sometimes when we are making these assertions, we should look at the pros and cons of it before we make some of these suggestions.
Well, thank you guys. At least we are praying very well and strongly that we not get to that place where there will be public funds to take care of us.
Amen.
So may God help us. That is our prayer though. Now, in the next story, I want us to also look at today is Friday, right?
Yeah.
So this topic is a suitable topic for Friday. So Kwabena, high life musician Kwabena, who just finished his Vitamin Valentine concert, had a show somewhere in the Ashanti region. And whilst he was on his way, or whilst he was embarking on his journey, he decided to pay an August visit to Ajakonimo, who is a renowned guitarist, a renowned musician. In fact, traditional music, let me put it that way, in case of those renowned traditional musician or high life artist, as you can put it. He's known for his guitar. He's an expert when it comes to the strings. Interestingly, when Kwabena went to the legendary Ajakonimo, he decided to give him advice, and the advice caught our attention. And today is Friday, so we use the advice to also advise
ourselves and see if we can take the advice.
Yeah, use the advice to advise ourselves and see if we can take the advice, as Rolanda has rightly said. Now, the advice was that he was telling Kwabena that as an artist, one thing that you should stay away from is alcohol. Listen to it well. He said, as an artist, as a musician, you have to protect your kidneys. And to protect your kidneys, you don't have to be taking alcohol. Once he was saying that, then swiftly he said, even if you are to take alcohol, or say you have to take beer, the bitter one. And when we did our research, we realized that beer, the bitter one is Guinness. To the very last drop. He said if Kwabena is not able to stay away from alcohol and he wants to do it, he shouldn't take the hard liquors. Don't take acquisition. Don't take okay, the mama no, don't take any hard liquor. You can take beer. They say the bitter one. And bitter one obviously is Guinness. That is where we got confused. Legendary, what are you saying? He said don't take alcohol. He said okay, take alcohol, but take beer, the bitter one. He said even him at 94,
yeah,
he takes the bitter one. How am I confused? That's
where he lost you.
That's where he lost you. So now, what is the advice? Because as much as I know, health experts will tell you alcohol is alcohol. And they would say stay away from it if you can. But our legendary Ejakodimo's advice comes in a different way. Maybe we share the video with you. You might have a better understanding over it than we have. Then we will learn from you guys later in the comment section. But I would also ask my people, how did they get the advice? How did they consume the advice from the legendary musician? First, let's go watch the video. Listen and listen well. He's a little old now. I think his voice has been gone a little bit. So you guys have to listen well. Let's see how you also understood it. I'll be back.
And by the name of Power Sankonya, Namson and Father Macho. Yeah,
I said, now, 1994. 6.
Now, a big centenary, every super. I know.
Now, you make a jersey. Who make my idea? Now, last, you didn't come. Who you course? Course here.
When you are going to graduate next year.
Course here. Sani papa manu wa eno. Kani ni frano ka de do. Na Kwabena no. Ni krom. Esu de be no fam kumai. Fa kumai. O di Kwabena. O Yesu bosom. Tite for kosa. Ne mano. Kwaso de zo. Chon. Akwa wa de bo. Agora. Sempre. No, Kwabena. Fango mai. No mai me.
I'm pa, você me olha bem ali.
Because India tea. Why am I 94? I'm at the first thing, Kwabena, respect your kidneys. Your kidneys. Respect. And you say, Monsieur. Okay. And sadly, Sankoboni dear, Yanamaka. Bani, Bia, Yana Elna, Yanamba. Nanama Aglico. I'll go this with you. Your only gift is your voice. And it distinguish you. Mr. Kwabena, show me.
Well, we have seen the video, and let me start with Chamo this time around. Chamo, how did you get this advice?
Oh, I mean, it's what we will call a moderate way of advising people. Like, you don't take a strong stand. Like, don't do it at all, because you know that there are some people, no matter what, they will take something. And you know, instead of giving them the option not to do it at all, you try to meet them halfway.
Okay.
And in this case, you know, or what they or non so or no ankasa anum bia obetimi akasa, okay, even if you take it, then take the one that I took many years ago, or even the one that I'm still taking. And now when you're 94, so they are, I mean, that is a bitter one or abu no, and I said bitter one or answer no. Even say I'm one cry answer. Okay. And then, you know, even if you can't stay away from it, then take the better one. Just say, I don't know if they didn't follow up, because in the video we can't tell say better one or mubuza say jana better one on the I'm only specific but
Guinness better one there back up.
I think Guinness will qualify for
the be a better one there
back up. And you know, we the Guinness for man ambassador.
So now someone was also asking, okay, so if I watch this video and I write a headline like Ajakonimo endorses Guinness for musicians, will that be a bad headline?
It will be a mischievous one, because he didn't give a name.
It wasn't specific.
Oh, so, no. Wait.
Yeah.
We are all looking for beer, the bitter one.
Yes.
In fact, don't let us be hypocrites.
But ABC is better. ABC is more bitter than Club.
No. But no, ABC can be bitter than Guinness. It can't.
Yes.
No, it can't be better than Guinness. If
you are a journalist, if you are a journalist and you want to use a headline like that, and you want to be fair to Ajakoni, you have to do a follow-up. So that you will be sure that this is what he was talking about.
Okay.
You cannot decide for him.
Speculate.
So if you really want to do the job of a journalist and you want to be fair, then you can conclude. The best headline that you can give, that may give it, is for you to say that the implication of what Ajakonimo is saying is that take Guinness or something. Like give something that will make whoever will read the headline will see that you are giving that meaning to what Ajakonimo said. But don't make it direct as if Ajakonimo endorsed Guinness, because he's a very influential person.
Yeah.
And if you are using his name to sell a brand like that, it will not be fair. And that's why I'm saying that it is better Guinness will go to him and give him a deal.
Yen.com for them.
Now, if they will give him a deal, I think then it will be perfect for a deal. Yes, because his advice is there. It is really pointing to Guinness, but you can't be sure that he was talking about Guinness, because he just said the bitter one. And yeah.
So he's saying this Kwabena should drink, but he
no,
for
that's not the fair one. You see. He said that if you can't stay away from drinking, then take the bitter one. No, he's not saying drink. No. This is it. you can interpret it to suit where you want to go.
You are responsible for it.
You want to take the advice.
Yes. So you want to take the first option or the second option?
No, we want to take the fact that he said what you can drink.
Yeah, okay.
Aha, what
So
you
you are
can
taking
drink.
the second part of it. So you are taking the second part of the advice. And if you go, then Guinness needs to contact the Jakuni. That's what I
Well, Jay, you have also seen the video.
Yes, sir.
What are you saying?
Mr. Ba, one thing about advice that makes it worth having is usually when it is born out of experience. Yes, sir. And Ejakunimo, I think have seen it all.
Yeah.
And then through his advice to Kwabena, let's say he's really talking about Guinness. Chemo mentions something that for the fact that even if you cannot do away with it completely, the fact that he has been able to take it for, he's 94 years old now. And so let's assume that randomly or intermittently on the regular or the typical Friday like this, if you want to sit down like you people would be sitting down after here, he decided to go with
eat banku.
He decided to go with the bitter one. And the bitter one has not destroyed him, and at least he's been able to age well. Right? So for me, some of these advice usually are what we need to take in good faith. Let me also commend Kwabena that he decided to pay homage to him because that was not the purpose why he went there. He was supposed to go
for his
show, and he decided that no, since you live here, let me pass by and then pay some respect to you. I mean, this is very commendable. How many artists will even do this?
Once the Ashes, his manager even called me. I'm sure once they wanted to talk to Shatta as well, but I was not around Shatta at the time. So is that Jacko anymore said he wanted to speak with him? Yeah.
Very, 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 very commendable. But you see, again, coming back to his preference, now we cannot ascertain whether he's talking about Guinness indeed. He said the bitter one, which of course Chemo has given a lot of reasons why Guinness cannot be the only bitter one. But assuming that he's talking about Guinness, you know, there's this thing that this old lady that I know do tell me is that inside here, Guinness and na Guinness
the old people are
yes. So according to them,
is it the same?
According to them, almost say Guinness no those days no, you only get it even at the pharmacy.
Yeah.
Right?
So, is it the same today?
Well, that's another conversation. Yes. Right. And so, I mean, these individuals are old school. These people are old school. And so for them, they believe that, okay, these are the things we did and it was able to keep us. And so, yes, we will again recommend that to the younger generation. But you see, entirely, let's broaden the conversation a bit and then look at the advice, the imports of the advice he was giving Kwabena. This is something that every artist can relate to. We know how quote unquote drugs, liquor, hard drinks, and all of that.
Or say substance abuse.
Substance abuse.
Are
prevalent.
Yeah.
To our entertainers. And so, of course, he used Kwabena to send a very powerful message to the entire musicians, the entire industry, which I believe is very, very fair enough. At least that video footage coming out from there, though we don't know entirely the conversation that went on there, but at least this particular one sends a stronger message, and that alone, anyone at all that listens, at least today, it will guide you that if you sit down, you should consider going for the bitter one instead of the other one, right?
Okay.
So, yeah.
We'll take over from there.
So, which one is
Oh my word!
you were saying ABC, so
you know where your answer will come.
ABCD.
You know where your answer will come. When we finish the show, now I'll let them line about 3 or 4. And I'll test it and tell you which one is them.
It's very bitter.
Very bitter. And I'll come and answer you.
Okay.
Yes, I understand where the big man is coming from. Familia gave a modern part of the same advice. Buying the metals will be cheap. Yeah.
Saka Krabi, Namachoke.
But and it is also in the same light. I mean, he's an entertainer. There's somebody that has seen it all, even away from the entertainment industry, but this is somebody that has lived life.
Yeah.
With Levy, and he's seen it, done it.
94 and counting.
Yes, he's done so many.
He was also an academician.
So many that most of us have not done. So, in fact, when he's talking, of course, most of his advice will be born out of his experience, something that he has experienced in life. So, if he's saying, and he knows that if not for anything at all, you can't be strict and say, don't do it at all. When he knows it is impossible.
Doctors even advise you
to
to
being
examine
impossible doesn't negate the dangers away. It means that no matter what you do, some people will still overlook the dangers. I mean, what kind of warning don't you see on the pack of cigarettes? What kind of warning don't you see? But we still buy them anyways. We still carry them anyways. We still use them. We still consume them.
Do you mean to say people still buy, or you said we still buy?
I am using we in a certain context.
Yeah.
But you don't buy some?
No.
Okay, all right.
He is the one you brought to him.
Why
are you sure?
We still consume them anyway. And in fact, even in recent times, I don't know about the other time, but in recent times, I you know, at a point, I was holding the view that hip life for a bad substance abuse on my
Yeah. Now
because they will check it. The kind of
back
substance,
tie,
yes,
alarm pine, JD, squad, no, they really suffered it.
It was very common.
It
was very, and even what makes it scary, or what brought this whole perception out, is the negative effect who be brave from them. Even if this generation is doing the negative effect of that particular act, NMP. So we will not have that perception about them. But back then, there were a group of people here, and now we are seeing, or we saw more negative effects from that particular practice.
Okay.
So it is very, and I agree with J Smart when he says the man just used Kwabena as a point of contact to the entire industry. Yes, we can do also bring the better one. You see, we should also know that all the things that we consume do not come with the same formula.
Yeah.
They don't come with the same content.
Yeah.
They come in different forms and carries different effects. The fact that we are to say obi nungwe
yeah.
There are some people whose system are designed different.
Yes.
Obi betimi ahye ne nkwa ne nyina.
Na me nkwa na nyina mesu Jesus.
No chira hopape. Ba ho over says new whom goes to say whom.
Yeah.
So yes, that is the impulse of me what I'm taking. Yes, even if you would find one that maybe to him it is the better one that worked for him. You should also be able to look at your system and find one that will fit your system and do it. Then it is the better one because they believe some of the things that made those drinks were medicinal, and you can't dispute it.
Yeah.
You cannot dispute it. So to them, somebody's system may need those medicine. It's not even tobacco, as much as we may even ban weed in the system, it is still being allowed for medicinal purpose because the human body needs it. So in that sense, for me, the advice in there, I've taken it. I have taken it in
good boy.
Yeah.
Good boy.
Mafa, name Semaya Krana. Now I will look out for either the better one or the one that will be good for my system.
Okay.
Because now I need to protect my heart, kidneys, arteries, everything. Process, everything. You understand? So big gaps to the legend. Big gaps to Ejako Nimo for that solid advice. And in fact, I am very happy the advice is being like discussed even on a Friday.
Yeah.
So
it will go down well with people.
It will go down well.
Yeah, the advice will go down well with people. Very, very necessary. Very, very necessary. Let's do the last one so we can start our weekend as usual. It is about Shatta Wale's outing finally. All this while, I keep telling you that man was resting, relaxing, and that in the month of February, definitely he will be active. And what we have seen for the past few days tells us that indeed he is active online. He started his live videos, which is inspiring. He started his live videos, which is using to direct musicians, and again, using it to show them the way. In addition, he's even started a podcast. That is the King's Palace podcast. You have to go on YouTube right now and look for it. I'll be coming back to tell you more about it, but you have to go online and subscribe to King's Palace podcast, which has been used. Now, yesterday, the live video, or the yesterday what he did live on TikTok, brought so many angles of stories, where he was directing new artists on what to do, where he was telling people who are not running the system, as in the Ghana system, well, in terms of security, defense, and all that. He talked about a whole lot of things. And I want to ask my people their opinions about it. How are content creators receiving these videos? Are they now active because, yeah, the news giver is out in the system, or what? Let's watch some excerpts when I come back. We'll be wrapping up on this one.
There's one artist I want to talk about, but I don't want to even talk about it. Because Ghana, Eugenia must say, if you go and talk about it, then somebody will say, but me, I know the fear to talk about anybody. Bro, you see, another great talent where we have the Olive the Boy. It's me I want to talk about. And imagine how many free shows Olive the Boy play up to now. But somebody got, but you know, can't tell you, say this of you are here. Your so-called favorites, way to see, if you say if they make money, if we see talents like Kojo Black, Olive the Boy, we like for the like me, I play Olive the Boy in song for my car inside. That boy said I can't play Kojo Black in song and things. Bro, how much money way you go fit chop? Where God bless me catch, then I go see talents. That's why I talk about this honey boy. I get this guy too for TikTok too. Takum. Where did they lie the boy? Kojo Black. You and Kevin Boy, your song, it is sweet me. You get talent. If you be outside, when you go sleep, take to the music. Sleep outside and take to the music. Don't let nobody take it for cheap. The way the music come out from your mouth, that be how God did. That be how God go bless you abundantly. Don't let any foolish person around you and come out in the name of my team. Say, Charlie, this show for go pay for money to give you. Bro! Me, I see question after first day for sight. The time you play Monday, yeah. Tuesday, he put your hand for your back. Say, come on for your hand for your back. Hey, I'll be your brother. Hey, don't do that. Man, I know they do like that to your artists where they do like they be senior. But man, nobody be senior for you. It be God be the senior. I tell Kwesi after see, as this song come, in team day back where they talk to him. No, later I go say, yes, he said, we signed some contract with him. And someone I say, wow, look. Artists, if you want to make money, find way, see Sammy flex, tell Sammy, I beg go, I get my one Ghana CD, I won't meet Shatta Wale and make it just advise me on how I go feel run this music thing. Because I get a talent too. But Sammy, you see me, where I'm from, some of you, they born you from home way, you know if you talk to your father. So that timidity and fear, no, he did. He said, bro, make anybody go. Me, I know the disrespect my father, but if my father do mistake, I tell him. Make you go ask my father, Shatta Kapu. If you saw my father did, my grandfather, if you saw my grandfather did. So we were in a family, Respect it there, it be solid. We know the disrespect. My father, I know if he do something where I know like daddy, this thing they talk, I know they won't hear for my brain because I know my father they understand. So then if you come, my father, if you come and tell me, all right, Junior, okay, cool. What to talk? Cool. No, let's keep it. I'm sorry. People, you don't get fathers where they tell you I'm sorry. They run you are. Like you people, your house, it be Chinese movie they do for the Chinese family production in Ghana. Part 1 and 2. So when you come out, when people they do you like this, hey, come here. Don't you know we are the ones supporting you? We are giving you exposure. We are giving you exposure. Then you shake. Me I see question after first day for sight. The time we play Monday, yeah. Tuesday, I talk. He put his hand for your back. Say, come on for your hand for your back. Hey, I'll be your brother. Hey, don't do that. Me I know they do like that. Your artists where they do like they be senior. But man, nobody be senior for you. It be God be the senior. I talk with you to see as this song come in team day back where they talk to him. No, later I go say, he said, we signed some contract with team. And someone I say, wow, look. If they see problem, then you fear to talk about them. And anytime Shatta Wale come where they talk about the problem, the people they see the thing like, oh, Shatta there. Bro, Shatta there. It be I take the word, you know. As I buy Rolls Royce, one of my godfather say, you won't buy me GLE, attach my Rolls Royce because I try GLE. What fine like this? What fine like this? Sometimes you point, if you don't make ready for this business, get out of here. If you don't make ready for this business, get out of here. If you be underground artist, wherever you do, whatever you do, please, I beg you, speak out or speak up. Because the nonsense thing where he did this Ghana music in the industry, one time I talked to Daddy Lumba. Where they tell him, say, Daddy, I'm just saying, about industry, I'm saying, or time in him. I say, Shatta Menjai, Ojam, Ubefu. Daddy Lumba, the legendary Daddy Lumba. Make a wake up for Daddy Lumba and sit down again. Make a wake up. Daddy Lumba. He said, make a no stop, because if he don't hold himself, like the industry killer, if you know you are not ready to be an actor or an actress, please get out of the place and go and do politics. Like the way John Dumelo has decided and see that acting is a waste of time. Shout out to John Dumelo and wife. The way it be beautiful, no? So he sit down with the husband and say, so how do you pay light bill? John Dumelo say, you are talking very something here. Say, no, John, you are very intelligent. John, look at you. Nice man, good looking man. And you are rolling with these people. How can we make money and watch your kids? So John, if I don't know the English of my name, so if Shanella and Aurelia want to go to Paris, what are we gonna do, John? There we John Dumelo sit down and say, your wife talk something. Bam, he leave the acting where he start do pottery. You know how much money John Dumelo they make for him pottery? You put it there. If he say maybe they can put egg for there and chicken for. Do you know how much money John Dumelo is making? John Dumelo is one of the billionaire politicians right now in the country. He just gave himself time. Today, see John Dumelo. He's an honorable. In Nima, we say ordinable. He's an honorable. John Dumelo. He see this thing, but he just no one talk. He's like, time wasters. We leave them.
Yes, well, your man is finally out. After keeping you guys waiting for so long, finally he's out. New vibe, new environment, new setup, new studio, and people are really enjoying. I hear yesterday wasn't easy.
Yeah. I've been active. Yesterday was the second one.
Yeah,
the second one in 2 days. And it felt good. In fact, some people love Shatta Wale because of some of these aspects of him, not only the music. So whilst the ones that loved him for his music were enjoying the likes of Julese, African Mandiba, and all of that, some people who also loved him for these, especially our Nigerian brothers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Most of them love him for his for this side.
Okay.
For this side of him, and it felt good. I mean, he said so many things. Some of them you would like, some of them you wouldn't like.
Of course.
But then I always say that when people are talking, you need to find what would be good for you. Just take it out and leave the rest to whoever would want to pick whatever they would want to pick. And
good point.
In that sense, he spoke about so many things. Some of them that he's happy about, some of them that he isn't, and even an advice to so many people. You see, the advice there, some people would want to be diabolic and trivialize the advice in its entirety because there were certain elements that they did not like or they don't like.
Okay.
But you see, what will happen is that we will go back and tomorrow we will come and pick a statement from some of these sessions and say Shatta Wale said it. We will come back and definitely, because you see, that's why Ejaku most advice is an advice, regardless of whether you drink or you don't. You still cannot throw it away.
Okay.
Because this is somebody that has lived in your space and has lots of experience as far as that space is concerned. So even when he speaks and you are not a direct participant of whatever he's saying, you still need to give it a listening ear. And even if you have somebody close to you that will need such an advice, you give it to the person. So for that, he advised so many people. And let me commend him. There are certain things that I'm seeing in the space, and I love it. In fact, I'm beginning, it is a trend I'm observing.
Okay.
And so far, I'm loving it. When he came on live to play the likes of Kojo Black and Kevin Boy's song, he played the likes of Honey Boy and a few of the upcoming guys and the younger ones to show them some level of support. And I've seen Sammy also big up Black Sheriff in other interviews and stuff. These are things that I am happy about, because if not for anything at all, it also serves as some form of motivation. You see, most of these guys, the likes of Samini, Shatta Wale, will tell you that when they were coming up, the reason why they look rebellion or they look as rebels is the fact that the gap between them and their predecessors were wide. That transition from their predecessors to them were not that smooth like we are seeing. And it is one of the reasons why most of them picked their idols outside our jurisdiction. But what these people are doing, especially what Shatta Wale came on live to do yesterday, are ones that, if not for anything at all, is bridging that gap. Where if it is time for them to also say we want to take the bench, not retiring entirely, but when we also say that, okay, it is your time and you also need to shine, they will still see the need to pay homage like Kwabena did with Ejaku. They will still see it, because this is somebody that when I was coming up, if not for out of the blue, he talked to people to come and follow me. He endorsed what I'm doing. He may not be able to do it for everybody, but at least the few ones that he will be able to do it for will go a long way to motivate others to also say that, okay, if Shatta has done it for Kojo Black, maybe a certain Sarkodie can do it for another person. And that is what makes me happy. So for us there, the King's Palace podcast, we are going to sleep there. We are going to buy plots of land there, build mansions there, and live there comfortably.
I see.
Because if not for anything, at least the Christians in there also had some level of prayers onto their lives. Yes, you may not believe it and you may want to debunk it, like I said, but then we have people who host huge testimonies out of some of these conversations. So I'll say big ups to the King for coming out and for feeding the others this side of him as well, because he's an entertainer in the whole form, and every part of him is content.
Okay, nice one. Let me go on to just Matt Jay. How do you also receive new videos coming from Shatta Wale? I go on TikTok and it is the latest sound, latest videos everywhere.
Well, let me begin by saying that I am particularly excited about the fact that your presence in Shatta movement camp is very evident enough now that people are able to see that Sammy Flex is coming on board or has come on board with some additions and some reforms and all of that. For me, I think that is a plus, and big shout out to yourself for all the good work you keep doing even before you join the team. I am saying this on the basis that so we know Shatta Wale to be the Shatta Wale that's usually will do his live with just a normal phone and a normal phone live where we don't see any podcast sitting, we don't see him using any equipped microphones and all of that, right? But this time around, what we are seeing is very different. And he has even decided to create a platform for it, a channel for it.
That's true.
Which means he's documenting them there, that anytime anyone want to access any of the content, especially the advice is churning out there, you know where to get it. You go on there and you can easily get some of these things. And largely, I would say, being with you, I would say that definitely this definitely is an inspiration from the brand Sammy Flex, which again I will commend you on. I am happy about one thing so far. The fact that Shatta Wale is using the platform to again promote new talents. To advise them more even on the things to do and the things not to venture into. And for me, this is my plea to the young talents, artists, anyone at all, that they should take whatever the man says serious. Because Shatta Wale is one individual who just doesn't talk. The man doesn't just speak. Right. And so it means when he comes out, he comes with observations and then puts them out there. When you pick them, it's going to help you, go a long way to help you. If you don't too, then well, it is your own cup of tea. Once you get there, you can always reference yourself to some of these things that you said. So for me, I am very happy about this subject. The fact that we know that the Shatta Wale brand is that very huge brand that it will be difficult for people to even approach or get closer to and all of that. For me, I feel this is a medium that it will make it easier for everyone to feel very closer and easily accessible, right? And so going forward, maybe one of the things that I will again advise is that he adds some form of live sessions with his fans and all of that, where they can interact.
I'm sure he'll be doing that.
Yes, more and all of that. But
I mean,
me,
TikTok allows that, so I want to believe.
Yes.
He'll be
So
doing that.
for me, I am very much excited, and I hope to enjoy more content from him.
Chamo, close the day for us.
Yeah, I think it's a good move. He's ahead of his peers and even the new generation who are doing catch up. I think Shatta is way ahead of them. And the podcast then is a new thing here. And musicians even all over the world will find it difficult to do something like this. So Shatta doing it more or less, he's pioneering a new thing that I think even musicians outside Ghana will imitate. Very soon you will see others also doing something similar. And I think this is a good move. Apart from the fact that he's also going to help the bloggers or content creators feeding from whatever information that he will
They've started already.
Yeah, oh yes. Okay. So apart from helping them, he's also going to help the industry in a different light that people will not see it coming. Yeah, and the reason is when the entertainers, when the musicians and other like the actors and even the other form of entertainers also get in that space, it is going to create a new path for content creation. There will be collaborations, obviously. Then it will help them. So apart from making money from doing music, you can also make money from talking if you are a good guy, if you can talk.
If you know how to do it well, yeah.
Well, if you know how to do it well, it will help you make money from there too. And I think Shatta is bringing something that, yes, very soon people will know that, yes, he's making a difference that it is difficult for people to see when you start. I mean, people insult him for starting something like this.
Yeah.
Like now he's not focused.
Yes.
Instead of doing music,
yes.
look at what he's doing. That's what they will say.
Yes.
But later they will realize that, hey, the guy is way ahead of us. So
he took the lead too quick.
Yes. So we have to join him. I think this is a good move. It will help him. It will help the industry and content creators too. So yeah, big ups to Shatta for starting something like this. Yeah.
Anyways, the weekend is here. I know you guys have been with us throughout the week, Monday throughout to Friday. We are appreciative for your love, your support, and the fact that your presence is always being felt. We want to read some of your comments in the comment section. And on this note, I want to say thanks to the squad today. Roland Amate from Shagzy, Shatta Movement Empire, Roland Report, which is on YouTube and showbizchannelgh.com. And man like...
J Smart.
Hey, I was going to say stay J. Okay, J Smart. Yeah, J Smart is a promoter. He's a radio producer, and he's also a crusader of urban gospel music. Still, agenda no. A bit too soon.
Defense accounts.
Reinforcement is coming. And also to man like in Team Dodi Solomon Chemo, online manager Flex Entertainment Limited and Tidosu Digital Solutions. And to the producers, Theophilus Digosh and Sam Tuga for putting together the pieces. We are sure going to meet again over the weekend with some quality and informative videos. Stay tuned all the time. Sammy Flex TV. Subscribe to us and let's do more. My name is Sammy Flex. We are out of here. Salute.
Everybody check now. Check it, fact check it, fact check it, check it. The beat is real, don't wait make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, fact check it, fact check it, fact check it, green select glucometer. Fact check it, check it. Put sugar level, fact check it, fact check it. Check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.